Welcome to Wrea Green, Remembrance Woods and Blackburn's farm. For those people that don't know me, my name is Bernard Pendleton. I worked with Kirsty, as many people did here today, for a good number of years, and then when I left my ESCO I do all sorts of things, but I volunteer here at Blackburn's farm and Wrea Green Remembrance Woods. Just for 2 minutes obviously to welcome everybody today for this wonderful dry day, a bit wet underfoot, but a wonderful dry day. The Remembrance Wood started about 4 years ago. Andy Bradshaw and Angela, who live at the top there, it was their land, and they decided during COVID that rather than keep renting out to the farmer, we would set it off as a Remembrance Wood. And we've got quite a lot of trees here. In phase 1, phase 2, about 1,000 trees planted, and about 800 of them have been commissioned by families who've either lost people through COVID. There's a wonderful plaque just behind the hill. Before you go, folks, have a little bit of a wander around, which makes reference to COVID and sadly all the people who lost their lives during COVID time. So here is the Remembrance Woods. Like I said, there's access from the lane at the top there. People can come through Wrea Green and come through Richmond Avenue and walk down. And then so it's wonderful to welcome Frank, family, cousins, everybody. Brother, everybody occurs there, and lots of messages from people who can't come today, but would like to send their best wishes to us all. So we've decided to plant a bit of a tree, and I think I need some help because I'm getting old, so I could do with some little ones to come and help plant this tree, and then we'll ask Joe, our celebrant, just to say a few words about Kirsty and why we're planting a tree today as a memorial.
I'm Joe and I'm a civil celebrant, and it is an honour to have been asked to come along to Kirsty's tree planting ceremony today and say a few words. All the rest of it being at Remembrance Wood, which is one of my favourite places. I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Kirsty personally, unfortunately, who you lost all too soon after a period of illness only a few short months ago. Having learned a little about Kirsty from Bernard recently, it is clear how highly regarded she was and how loved she was. In addition to her father Frank and children Jonathan and Edie, I know that many of you here today are friends and colleagues from Mysco College, where I understand that she had worked for over 20 years. And she held the position of Assistant Head for Higher Education Animal Studies. I would like to read just a selection of comments now from Kirsty's colleagues, which go some way to describing the type of person that Kirsty was. And I quote, "She had a love of lifelong learning. She was a proud ambassador of the college and was an inspirational tutor and brilliant lecturer. With a love and passion for animals, she ensured her students and colleagues had the welfare of animals as a priority. One of the nicest people you could meet. A beautiful soul and a true and loyal friend to many. She was incredibly courageous, had an amazing outlook on life, who found immense joy even in the darkest of times. Further remarks highlight her infectious smile and wicked sense of humour. And I can't not mention how she loved all things Strictly and was a real dancing queen. Indeed, a colleague has fond memories of a live team Remembrance meeting during the COVID period, I understand, where she gave an impromptu live dance demo. Well, I could continue for quite some time, but I shall end with the words of someone who describes Kirsty as kind, compassionate, and just a lovely person. Well, what wonderful comments in tribute to a wonderful lady. As I've already mentioned, Kirsty was so loved and so well respected, and so it's unsurprising how many people attended her funeral service. And the poem Kirsty chose for her funeral was If Tomorrow Starts Without Me by David Romano, which I would like to read again now. If tomorrow starts without me, and I'm not there to see, if the sun should rise and find your eyes all filled with tears for me, I wish so much you wouldn't cry the way you did today, while thinking of the many things we didn't get to say. I know how much you love me, as much as I love you, and each time that you think of me, I know you'll miss me too. So when tomorrow starts without me, don't think we're far apart, for every time you think of me, I'm right here in your heart. What a wonderful choice. Well, I've no doubt that Kirsty is always with you, in your hearts and in your minds, and I hope that the many happy memories that you have of her bring you some comfort. From today, as well as carrying all those precious memories of Kirsty wherever you are, you now have the opportunity to come to this peaceful place, to reflect, to contemplate maybe, and enjoy being amongst nature. Hopefully you will feel close to Kirsty here. You may wish to chat with her, tell her what's going on in your world. And of course you can come and see the progress of this beautiful aspen tree. And I understand that the aspen, as well as connection to her surname, is a wonderful strong tree which has specific ecological importance, as many insects and fungi benefit its unique host properties. The leaves look like they dance in the wind, and we are sure that Kirsty would approve. And we look forward to those leaves coming in time. Trees, of course, are symbols of strength, individuality, of calmness, growth, and the cycle of life. Such a fitting tribute to a lost loved one. Kirsty's tree is now an eternal memory that will continue to grow, a living tribute to a strong and beautiful spirit. And I do hope you agree this is such a wonderful place to have a tree dedicated to Kirsty's memory. Before I draw to a close, I would like to read a poem which has themes of loss, but also of hope and of healing, written by Maya Angelou, When Great Trees Fall. When great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder, lions hunker down in tall grasses, and even elephants lumber after safety. When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear. When great souls die, the air around us becomes light, rare, sterile. We breathe briefly. Our eyes briefly see with a hurtful clarity. Our memory, suddenly sharpened, examines, gnaws on kind words unsaid, promised walks never taken. Great souls die and our reality, bound to them, takes leave of us. Our souls, dependent upon their nurture, now shrink, wizened. Our minds, formed and informed by their radiance, fall away. We are not so much maddened as reduced to the unutterable ignorance of dark, cold caves. And when the great souls die, after a period, peace looms, slowly and always irregularly. Spaces fill with a kind of soothing electric vibration. Our senses, restored, never to be the same, whisper to us, they existed. They existed. We can be and be better, for they existed. Well, Kirsty's existence in this world leaves a fabulous legacy. She lives on through the children she adored and in the hearts and minds of all those who love and care for her. And she lives on through the countless lives she has shaped from her role in education. Isn't that amazing? So may the growth of this tree reflect the lasting impact Kirsty made on this world. May it flourish with the changing of the seasons, and may it stand strong in tribute to a life well lived. We'll just have a little clap for Kirsty in remembrance. Thank you.
That's it, you pull that one down there. And we're doing it. I'll tell you to get my knife. Pull those ribbons off here. Pull them off now. Pull them out. You pull them out too? One. That's it, you pull all that, you pull them out. That's it, pull that nice and strong. You do it. That's it, and pull that one too. Excellent, well done guys. Big round of applause.